esteemed guests, honourable members of the Bangladeshi Welfare Association, respected elders, and my fellow compatriots. I'd like to welcome you all to this auspicious event with the Islamic greetings, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy, and blessings of Almighty God be upon all of you. I would like to take a few moments of your time to talk about a man who changed the course of history. Without him, our nation would have been totally different or non-existent. He was given the honorary title Bongo Bandhu, which means friend of Bengal. His name was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He was not just a mere individual. He was a pragmatic revolutionist who had a vision. He was the architect and the founding father of our great nation. He is the essence of our liberation story. He was a friend to the masses who would live in the hearts and minds of the Bangladeshi people around the world as a historical legend. His dreams were the fundamental basis of the existence of our nation. He was the founder of sovereign Bangladesh. Journalist Cyril Dunn once said of him, "In the 1,000-year history of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the only leader who has, in terms of blood, race, language, culture, and birth, been a full-blooded Bengali. His physical stature was immense. His voice was redolent of thunder. His charisma worked magic with people. The courage and charm that flowed from him made him a unique political leader in our times. Newsweek magazine has called him the poet of politics. In the 2004 poll conducted on the worldwide listeners of BBC's Bengali radio service, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was voted the greatest Bengali of all time. Prior to the existence of Bangladesh, the rulers of Pakistan called Bangladesh by the term East Pakistan in their constitution. They pushed a 1,000-year history into the shadows, so much so that using the term Bengali or Bangladesh amounted to sedition in the eyes of the Pakistani state. The first man to rise in defense of the Bengali nation, its history, its heritage, was Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. On the 25th of August, 1955, he said in the Pakistan Constituent Assembly, "Mr. Speaker, they, the government, want to change the name of East Bengal into East Pakistan. We have always demanded that the name Bangla be used. There is a history behind the term Bangla. There is a tradition, a heritage. If this name is to be changed at all, the question should be placed before the people of Bengal. Are they ready to have their identity changed?" Sheikh Mujib's demands were ignored. He took the first step towards doing away with the misdeed imposed on his people. On the 5th of December, 1969, he said, "At one time, attempts were made to wipe out all traces of Bengali history and aspirations, except for the Bay of Bengal. The term Bengal is not seen anywhere. On behalf of the people of Bengal, I am announcing today that henceforth, the eastern province of Pakistan will, instead of being called East Pakistan, be known as Bangladesh." Sheikh Mujib's revolution was not merely directed at the achievement of political freedom. Once the Bengali nation state was established, it became his goal to carry through programs geared to the achievement of national economic welfare. The end of exploitation was one underlying principle of his programs. He was committed to public welfare, emerging free of the limitations of Western democracy. He wished to see democracy sustain Bengali nationalism. It was this dream that led to the rise of his ideology. At the United Nations, he was the first man in its history to speak of his dreams, his people's aspirations, in the Bangla language. In that swift stroke of politics, the global community recognized Bangladesh. Upon hearing the news of Sheikh Mujib's assassination, former British Prime Minister Harold Wilson wrote to a Bengali journalist stating, "This is surely a supreme national tragedy for you. For me, it is a personal tragedy of immense dimensions." The multifaceted life of this great man cannot be put together in language or colour. The reason is, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was a larger-than-life figure. It is not possible to hold within the confines of a frame the picture of such greatness. He is our emancipation today and tomorrow. The greatest treasure of the Bengali nation and its success is to preserve his heritage and to continue on his dreams. He has conquered death. His memory is a passage to the days that are to be. One more statement to make to everybody here today. I would like to remind you of the importance of educating our children and future generations of their history and their heritage. Researching your heritage can prepare you to meet the future. The traits of your ancestors can give you insight into how your character has developed and the beliefs that form the foundation of your worldview. The knowledge you gain can help you appreciate your values and your character. Unearthing your heritage is not simply about uncovering who did what when. No, rather, it is a method of building self-awareness and bridging the gulf that divides your past from your future. In researching our history, we may encounter individuals who made interesting choices or were involved in traumatic events. It is easy to overestimate the importance of these pieces of our past and to cling on to them. Balance is the key. While your heritage has influenced the development of the person you are today, you are more than an ethnicity, a culture, a family name. You should not feel driven to alter your likes and your dislikes, dreams, preferences, or values because you feel your heritage demands it. Knowing your history is about loving who you are, understanding where you have come from, and preparing to meet your future. Once again, I would like to thank you all for your time and patience. Joy Bangla!
Thank you very much, Abdul Muhium Gaji, for your speech.